Hello, everyone. This is Tim Morrison, and I'm live. I'm live, and I wanted to just come on and talk about remembering who the fuck you are. And so that is very personal to me. That is very personal to me because that is the journey that I've been on now for the past probably about 10 years. I've been on this journey of remembering who the fuck I am. And so I say remembering because on this journey, I realized that we know all that we are. We know this. We've already been in these spaces. We've already been in these timelines. And the more that I learn about that, the more that I grow in learning about the science around it, it's so fascinating to me to understand and know that we have already been in these places. We've already been in these spaces. So it's about remembering. And so I think about that, especially now because of the time and the season that we are living in right now. We just had an election in the United States. And so for those of you that will be watching this in the future, because, you know, one thing about this space, nothing goes anywhere. And so for those of you that are watching this in the future, it was a hellacious time for us in the United States at this moment. We have got in a person in office that is felon. And so, typically it brings up a lot of emotions because, in this country, felons can't even vote. And so you have one that is in the highest office in the nation, which is mind boggling to me. However, that's not what I came to talk about. I came to talk about how when we start to remember who we are, there are ways that we can do that. And so I'm going to be doing a series starting on Thursdays. I'm going to do a series on Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to start talking about remembering who the fuck we are and different components and aspects of helping us to grow and learn how to do that. And so one of the things that I started doing it a while ago. I actually read Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way. And so I started doing morning pages, which is something that she um, proposed. I don't know if she was the first person to do it. I don't know. I haven't done that kind of research. But she was the person that popularized it nonetheless. And so she started talking about doing these morning pages. And so at one time, I used to do them pretty religiously, like pretty much every day. I did sat down and did my morning pages. The first thing that I got up, somewhere along the line, I got away from it, probably schedule wise, different things happening. I have been a nurse for 30 years, and so I work night shift for the primary um, decades of that. So I work night shift a lot, and so that affected it as well. And then sometimes I switched jobs, and I would go and work a day shift somewhere, do something in the daytime, and so that would, you know, discombobulate me as well. And so I started doing some research into me because that's the research that I've been doing in this season is learning about me. And so as I started learning, I realized that those morning pages that I used to do were really helpful to me. And so especially in this season, because where I live at in the Pacific Northwest, it is very high in seasonal depression. And I didn't realize until just probably a few months ago that that was something that I did indeed battle. I do struggle with the seasonal depression here. And I didn't realize until I started realizing and I started looking at things and I was like, okay, so the morning pages. So I started getting into that, and I don't want to talk a lot about them. I just kind of want to share, what they are because I'm going to go into it even a little bit more, not even really that much, y'all. Because to be honest with you, morning pages are like a brain dump, And so when I started, looking at all of the things around, the things that are happening in the world, and in our country as well, but in the world for sure um, realizing that so many people live in this world with so much chaos and so much going on, but there's so much of it uh, that is conditioned, and so much of it is because we are living in the matrix. It's so much of it that It is a wake up call for us to wake up, wake up, wake up, and start seeing things for what they really are, and stop glossing over things and just keep moving and keep going. And so when I think about that and I consider, the ways in which I started growing and connecting to my power, because what I realize is that we are all powerful human beings. Many of us are walking around here carrying power that we have no idea how to use. And so I was watching one of those cute little shows about the kids with powers. I can't think of what the name of this last one that I was watching, but I've been watching quite a few. They've been popping up for me. And so I started seeing that. And what it is one show. Oh, it was The Craft, was the last one. So I was watching The Craft, and the girl had no idea that she had these powers. No idea through her whole life that she had these powers. She just knew she was different, she was weird, they moved a lot, all these things. And, come to find out she had these powers. And so that is how it is for many of us. We are walking around here with carrying these powers that we have, instead of using them, instead of learning about them, instead of growing in them, instead of forming our own relationship with our God self, with the God power that lives inside of each and every one of us. And so, remembering who the fuck we are, came to me because I started thinking about, what could I do to help people on this journey? What could I do that wasn't available for me as I was growing and as I was learning on this journey? Now, we're always learning, but what did I need initially? I could have used a community of support, like-minded people that understood the language that I spoke. And so if that's something that you are thinking of, then this is the community for you. So it's called Remembering Who the Fuck You Are, the Sacred Soul Collective, because I want you to know that you are loved. And I want you to know that you already know all of these things. And so I'm here to help you to remember to share. And I do. I share on all of these videos that you're watching. Thank you for subscribing if you're here from the subscriptions. Thank you for subscribing if you have not. Hit that bell and subscribe. Also, make sure that you like videos so that the algorithm guys know that I'm speaking truth and life. Also, share it out to like-minded people, to people that are looking for this type of um, insight. So, again, thank you for showing up today. I appreciate you. I will be on again tomorrow, especially, but Thursday I'll be on at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time to talk to you about the first video in this series. So I'm going to be doing workshops on Thursdays right here for free on YouTube. So join me on Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, and then there's always the replay because the replays they'll live here forever, I guess. But join me definitely for that, and join me for my lives. And if you are not following me on TikTok, why not follow me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy, where I come on and I do healing, readings, prayers. I also teach as well on the spiritual gifts and on spiritual things, because a lot of people don't know these things. And a lot of people are, at the space where I was coming out of religion into opening up to the true God, to understanding who God was, and so this is a thing for me. And so I love doing that. So my membership though is coming online like right now. So I have it ready. Remembering Who the Fuck You Are, the Sacred Soul Collective is $97 a month. $97 a month. I'll be doing monthly lives and sometimes pop-up ones as well on Zoom where you can join me, get questions answered. There'll be training. There also will be some um, guest lecturers, and people that will come in and talk to you about different things because I know that I don't know everything. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. And there are people that know different things than what I know. And I am a connector, so I connect with them and I bring them to you so that you can get this information. Like I would love when I have somebody come in and talk about human design because I love human design, but I don't know a lot about it. So I'm going to bring somebody in that can talk about that. I love astrology. Do I know a lot about it? No. So I'm going to bring somebody in that is an expert in that. And so this is something that I wanted to do for us because it's something I wish that I had had. I wish I had a place that I could go, like the Cheers Bar, where everybody knows my name and where they're always glad that I'm there. A place where we can get together, a place where, eventually I would like to do like pop-ups in different communities and stuff, in different places. Like if I'm in Greece, I like to pop up in there and call Elena and say, I'm in Greece, that kind of thing. Can I do a pop-up? Let's plan a pop-up. Go to a restaurant and say, come on, everybody join. Let's come in, have some food, have some fellowship, that kind of stuff. So that is something that, I was thinking about in my mind because that is something I love. Like I love to be in communities of like-minded people. Now I do not like small talk. I don't like that at all. I'm not going to do it. Don't like it. However, I do community, and so make sure that you're joining me Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time for the first workshop in my series that I'm doing on Thursdays. I'll be doing Thursday live workshops. I'm super excited about it. You are my But this one is going to be live. You can join me if you'd like to join me on Zoom. Reach out to me. Um, or like I said, I may put it in the, okay, I'll put this in the community post. That way if you want to join me on Zoom, you can. If not, you can just watch it on YouTube because I'm going to stream it to YouTube. So if that's something that you're interested in. Also, I just put a post out about video readings. So if you want to ask a question or you want to know something and you want me to do a video reading where I do reading, record it for you, and send it to you. That way you can listen to it over and over. You can take notes if you need to, or you can hear it again because for me, I need to hear stuff more than once. So that's kind of why I thought this was a good idea to come up with this program. So for $15.55, you can get a video answering your particular personal question or your question, whatever you have. So that's something that I have put out there. I will definitely drop the link in the description for that. I think it's going to be on my stand store anyway. So you can actually go to my stand store and look at that. But I'll also drop the personal link for that, and I'll also drop the stand store link as well because there are those in there. There's also, I have a 30-minute phone reading, messages from spirit, messages from heaven, phone readings. 30 minutes. We'll come together for 30 minutes on the phone. If we have to do it on Facebook Messenger, if you're not in the States, you can do it on the phone, you can do it on Facebook Messenger. But it's 30 minutes. We'll come together. It's $55. So that's something I wanted to put out there so that people can, not have a barrier to entry. Not have a barrier to entry. So if you want to get a question answered, you can um, ask the question and get a video response for $15.55, or you can also do a 30-minute phone session with me for $55. So definitely check out either one of those. They're both in the stand store, but I'll also drop the links in the description as well when I'm done with this video. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining me on Thursday. For those of you on TikTok, follow me at Intuitive Tip. And I got a couple pages actually. I got a burial consultant page as well on there that you can follow me, especially for final expense because I do final expense life insurance. So for my elderly people that are looking for coverage, maybe something happened to you just like it happened to me where you lost your job, so you lost your coverage, you didn't have no money, so you couldn't get it back, so you didn't have coverage, and so you're looking for something. But now you're older, so of course, it costs more. So that's something that is on your mind. If you had to do a GoFundMe for one of your relatives and you're not interested in people having to do that for you, you just want to make sure that you get something that will at least cover whether you want to be buried or cremated. So that's something also if you are looking for that, reach out to me. I think we're in like 45 states or something like that. There's a few states that we're not in, which the one I live in is not a state. But So, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me. I hope everything is magical in your world, and I hope um, that you come back and join me on tomorrow and especially on Thursdays because those are going to be really nice workshops. They're not going to be long. You guys have been following me along. You know I don't do that many long stuff. Those couple long things on my podcast, but I don't typically do a lot of long ones. So it's not going to be longer than an hour. More than likely, probably 30, 45 minutes. Okay, because I think that's pretty long enough time to hold your attention as well, especially because I know people are so busy today and so much is going on. All right, so thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you for joining me and just for subscribing, for being here. Again, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, that you share it out to people that you know would like to see this type of insight, this information. You know, don't just share it out to people that are not interested in um, this message. All right, because I'm looking for people that are aligned, that actually are getting something out of these messages. So again, thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.